Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WSJP Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Dominic Schalk, and I am joined by my illustrious co-host, Dominic Campanaro. Unfortunately, our typical third member, Andrew Brousseau, he is at Ultimate Frisbee, cooking everyone up, so it'll just be
You don't want to call him.
Oh, no, he had Frisbee, bro. Big game.
I think I versed him in speaking fantasy too. That's why I didn't want to call him, because right now I am undefeated in fantasy.
Oh, dude. So lucky you got Tyreek. But anyways, today is going to be a two-man show. Going to be a little different. We'll still have our normal reactions, start and sits, and best players at the position. So we're going to start with a normal segment, ins, reactions, but there will be some different things. To start, Kevin, why don't we go with your first reaction to Week 7?
I mean, this is one term I would say that you coined, fraud watch.
Oh, I love fraud watch.
But I think we got two potential teams
that should be a segment on this show.
This week.
What's up?
I think we got two potential teams on it.
Oh!
Because two 5-1 teams just lost this week, and social media is taking it by storm. So, First I like to start off with the more embarrassing of the two, the Lions versus Ravens game. I mean, it was an embarrassment.
Yeah.
It was an absolute, tomfoolery, if that's the word to use. It was an embarrassment, to say the least. But the Lions could not put up a fight against the Ravens. They only scored 6 points in a 30-6 loss. Very embarrassing for the Lions team, who was honestly number one in a lot of people's power rankings too, which is pretty shocking.
They were getting ahead of themselves. Everyone wants to see the Lions get good. So I feel like there's going to be a bit of overrating coming to it.
Yeah, I would say it's young talent too.
I'm just thankful my goat, Sam Laporta, man, is still backdoor 12 points or whatever. But for some
in the
people,
league right now, which is kind of scary. I mean, fancy points to say that, but right now he's got the most, which is crazy to say.
Yeah. I mean, Jared Goff owners, they were certainly let down. 9 points. I believe he was the lowest scoring starting QB. Not very good.
It is a shame. And then also, like to mention the Sunday Night Football loss. Dolphins went to Philadelphia. All the excitement was in the air. And they got shut down by the Eagles defense, 31-17. It was a very close first half, I would say, at least. Wouldn't you agree, Schalk?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I was glued to my TV, edge of my seat. Timbers were shivering,
And the end result turned out to be 31-17. 10 penalties on the Dolphins, which everyone's finding some bias with the Eagles.
There was some bad no calls.
It's the Chiefs. It's literally the Chiefs that are refs.
They want the Kelsey Bowl.
Yeah.
And I mean, considering I am a Philadelphian, I guess I can't be too opposed to the Kelsey Bowl.
No, it's Kelsey, oh my god, they're both called Kelsey. Travis and Jason moved with the Cincy.
The one that's dating Taylor Swift.
I don't know. No, but I was going to Super Bowl, though, besides the end result, which everyone said the Eagles were on fraud watch.
The Lions disappointed. The Dolphins disappointed. They're both on fraud watch. Now, I've got someone I have been very hesitant to put on fraud watch. But it has to be done. There are boundaries that have been crossed. This man, Mr. Calvin Ridley, he's cooked. He's a fraud. I'm tired of this bum. All he does is ghost. Every week, I'm saying, oh, this is the week Calvin Ridley bounces back. This is the week he does it. He never does. He's gaslighting me. I am tired of predicting his comebacks just for him to disappoint. See, 1 point last week. Insane. Dump him. I would start Josh Gordon if he came back from wherever he is. If Josh Gordon came back and played on the Carolina Panthers, I'd start him over Calvin Ridley. Disgusting. Campanaro, how do you feel about this?
Well, he is inconsistent to say the least, and
One
point is insane last week. To be honest, I would say he's got more sevens in the casino than he does points in fantasy. But
I mean, as Stephen A. Smith said, us Calvin Ridley, we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. It's ridiculous. I never want to see that man in my lineup again. Nico Collins, I'm replacing him with Nico Collins. Love my man Nico.
He should be on Fraud Watch, Stephen A. After that first pitch in Nicky Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Can't be on.
I mean, you put me up there, I'm throwing 90 heat right into the catcher's glove, right?
We'll find out.
Oh yeah.
Alright, second reaction.
Yeah, second reaction time.
49ers, best team in the league, to say the least.
Rock
They're on a
fraud.
losing streak. Two
Sick
games
stuff.
in a row. So after the Niners lost in week 6 to the Browns, which honestly I wasn't surprised with. I expected them to get a loss someday. They come back last week 7. They burst Kirk Cousins in prime time. Play the Vikings on Monday Night Football. And they go down a lot. They got embarrassed.
Shocker. Kirko Chains wins again. Obvious. Top 5 QB in the league.
Jordan Addison absolutely won that game because all Kirk Cousins had an idea. If you watch the clip of Jordan Addison's catch, lob it to that quarterback and just rip it out of his hands and score.
I'm tired of the big Kirko slander. I mean, top 7 QB in the league. Don't count him out. He's that guy.
I could say you can make a claim for that. No, actually no.
Yes, you could. Yes,
Top
you could.
15.
He's
No, because I bet you who are they versus next week? The Vikings.
I don't know, man. But Kirko Chains is going to drop 300 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Versus the Packers. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers beat the Vikings next week.
That's a 50-50
But it's
matchup.
inconsistent.
Yeah. Oh, now, here's a reaction. I was also hesitant to say. The Steelers. Are they cooking again? They're somehow 4-2. And Matt Canada, he's horrible. He's incompetent at his job. But this talented Steelers offense is making it work despite his best efforts to sabotage them. I mean, I think they could have quite a few valid flex options. I mean, Pickens, Deontay Johnson, who recently came off IR, Jalen Warren, and even Najee Harris, who sucks at actual football. He scores touchdowns on occasion. He did it last week. I mean, yeah, he got a touchdown last week.
Yes, the Rams too. Good defense. That was about the defense to say the least.
Yeah.
My cousin was at the game too. I was very jealous of him. Inglewood looks incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like the Steelers' offense, they have such a bad offensive reputation, but the offense is centered entirely around these 4 players. I mean, if you're in one of those odd 2 quarterback leagues, I mean, I wouldn't be averse to starting Pickens in some scenarios.
I think Pickens is, everyone's always good. I don't know why. It feels like every single league I've been in, Deontay Johnson goes over George Pickens, but I don't see it that way. I feel like George Pickens is really probably the best receiver on that team over Deontay Johnson.
I mean, as a Deontay Johnson owner, I'm a fan of him. I've had him 2 years in a row, and both times he's shown up for me, so I can't really trash talk him. It would be a bit of a betrayal. But speaking of our fantasy lineups, we have some airtime to fill, Dominic Campanaro, and there's something I'd like to discuss with you. So I made this trade recently in our St. Joseph's Preparatory School League. Take a listen to this, pal. I gave up Josh Allen, best QB in the league, Alexander Madison, that bum, and Rashee Rice. Guess who I got? Bijan, Olave, and I had to take Daniel Jones. He wanted him off the roster, my trading partner. How do we feel about that trade?
Well, my question is, who's your backup quarterback right now?
Backup quarterback right now, it's looking for, well, actually, the person I traded with, they might drop Justin Fields, which would be very nice. But Fields and Kyler Murray I'm both looking at for my starter long term. But for the short term, I'm picking up Matt Stafford. You know how it is. Real gunslinger.
What's your record again? I kind of
Doing 5. Nick Chubb going down hurt me so bad.
Yeah, I had him and Mike Williams in the league.
Oh.
And Punishment League. It was embarrassing to say the least.
The problem with my team is I had so many guys who were all just like the same. Like I had Madison, Brian Robinson, Jerome Ford, and Chubba Hubbard. And it's like, those are all like maybe the 20th, 15th best running back. It just does nothing when you're coin flipping 5 out of your 9 positions.
I'm sorry about how your season's gone,
Oh.
but honestly...
All I know is I can't come in last and get my head shaved.
Yeah.
I'm not letting that happen.
I can't complain, because right now...
Camp, you look like you're going to be doing the head shaving, Mr. 7-0.
I will be Dom the Barber soon.
Yeah.
My team...
Yeah, we should open up a shop together.
7-0. I think this week's going to be our toughest opponent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you ever Drewski this week?
Actually, I first Drewski this week. You know...
I thought I did for some reason. I don't know why.
But I feel like you and Drewski are the two biggest contenders for the championship. Drew may be, I believe, he's 4-3 right now, but that does not accurately convey how good he is. That man's lineup is nice. I mean,
you're talking about Tyler Mahamitra.
Oh, Tyler Mahamitra, his team. I mean, he started off 5-0.
Apologize to him if he's hearing.
Tyler Mahamitra, I'm sorry, might slander you a little bit. This guy, he has Debo, Pollard, Chase. I mean, very impressive squad. Can't help but question his managerial skills. This guy, I tell him, you have Debo Samuel in your lineup. He's out. You should put in KJ Osborne, because it was Sunday night. All the guys have already played. This guy responds. He says, yeah, I'll take out Debo. He doesn't, and then he loses by like 10. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, I actually started. I think I started someone that got hurt, and I won by like 40 points. When I first Tyler started bringing him up again. Tyler. Did he just beat me in Turkey Bowl?
What you say?
Was it on that Turkey Bowl team?
No, he was on the team that was on before us. Tyler Mahamitra did not whoop us. It was Jim McAleer, Alex Marhefko.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
For those who don't know, Turkey Bowl is like the two-hand touch football intramural we have here at the prep, and
yeah, it's viewed by millions across the world.
It's viewed by millions at the prep, their families, their friends, and that's about it. I just haven't recorded, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, the Turkey Bowl is great, but, Camp, I think it's time to get back into our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, we're getting a little off task here.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to our starts. Camp, let's see it. What's your first start?
Well, my cousin's a Falcons fan.
Ooh.
And he's going to like this.
He's got a lot of suffering in his life.
Bijan Robinson time.
That's what I like to hear. Just traded for him.
Bounce back game is upcoming. I feel it in my bones. I'm not going to, get copyrighted already. I'll stop there. Bijan's been up and down so far. And the Titans defense, they just lost Kevin Byard, who got traded to the Eagles. They got a cornerback back who isn't as good. Well, that's a good rhyme.
I mean, that could mess with the chemistry of the defense, too.
Yeah, Kevin Byard's great. Safety. Yeah. And now, Bijan is going to bulldoze through this Titans D-line.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not sick anymore like he was last week. That gave me a jump scare.
No, he's going to get a ton of points this week. I have a really good feeling about it. And honestly, for Bijan owners, I would start him, even though after last week was really depressing.
Yeah.
This week shouldn't disappoint.
Now, I got a big guy coming off the bye week. Nico Collins, top 10 wide receiver in fantasy before his bye. And the Panthers defense, they're a tragedy. And a half. I mean, that's a lot of tragedies. And Nico, he's just going to be eating those targets. I mean, there's not many options to toss to on that Houston team. Dalton Schultz. I mean, I think Stroud, they have a very dynamic offense, and Nico has been the catalyst of that in the passing game. And I'm really looking forward to see what he can put up. How do you feel about that, Ken?
Well, I have a question. Do you have him on your team?
Oh, absolutely, dude. He's my flex.
And has he been going crazy?
Yeah, he's been very solid for me.
But have you been winning games?
No, but that's on Calvin Ridley. And Madison. Oh, Madison.
Oh, man. I kept Dalvin Cook, to be honest.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah, Nico Collins, though. Let's go back into it. He's a really good receiver. He's first in the Panthers defense. I mean, they go 0-17 this year. Bryce Young might be on their new team. I don't know. They are going crazy, but
yeah, that Panthers team, real dumpster fire, looking like it.
Yeah,
mighty unfortunate.
They just gotta wake up.
Cap, you want to transition into your second start of the week?
And this is your team too.
Oh, I'm on it.
The Patriots, right?
Yeah, it's about the bats,
because
man.
Hunter Henry is going to have a solid game this week against the Dolphins.
I'm a fan of that prediction.
He helped pull off a huge upset win over the Bills with that touchdown catch that I saw.
No, that was actually Gesicki, dude.
Oh, Gesicki?
Big free agent signing.
Oh,
but Hunter Henry, he had some really good performances early on in the year. It would be nice to see him get back to that.
I thought I saw it on. I think I saw Dave Portnoy, Barstool's president and owner, do that replay of it, and I thought it was when he called it. But he's a Patriots fan, not me. Yeah. But no, Hunter Henry's
different 6'4" white guy wearing tight end numbers, bro. Come on, get it together, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, all tight ends are in the 80s. what tight end is in the 80s, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, 80 numbers are really good. Tight ends
It's hard
are a
not to
lucky
mix
group.
them up.
Yeah. Could go Cinco, you know. Could go 87. Okay, now for my second start, we got a big man. Little bit of a blast from the past, from like a 2017, 2018 era. Kareem Hunt. In the case that Jerome Ford is out, I think he's a must start. Hunt, he's still got a little bit of that dog in him. He's got a pit bull. Might be a little bit neutered, but it's still a pit bull.
Go dog pound.
Oh, yeah. He will be a solid RB2. Seattle run defense, not that good. I think Hunt, he's going to pound the rock, and he's going to pound the rock well if Ford's out. Start that man.
Seattle's defense, it's really, if you really think about it, their cornerbacks are incredible. Devin Witherspoon, we'll not talk about Jamal Adams because he's like...
Anyways, he's a
not
run
him.
stopper.
He says I'm him. I'm
He's
the
not.
best in the nation. He's not. He's not the best.
Oh, Jamal Adams, what's wrong with you, man? Get it together.
But anyway, Kareem Hunt, really solid pick. This Seattle run defense is no good, like you said. And also, did they sign Frank Clark? Or was it the Broncos? Because I just saw someone that came in on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. You know, that's where the president gets his news.
99-year-old Frank Clark? I don't know. No, it's Frank Gore, my bad. I just call Frank Gore 99 years old.
Yeah, Frank Gore is 99 years old. But yes, Frank Clark did just reunite with the Seahawks. Unfortunately, I don't think they'll be getting that Legion of Boom defense back anytime soon.
The Legion of Bust.
Okay.
And...
You want to move on to our sits right now?
Yeah, might as well. So... Listen. I gotta make a confession to you guys.
I'll hear it.
I mean, not confession, but like wisdom.
Wisdom.
I don't know how to word it. But anyway, for those of you who drafted Josh Jacobs, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Because he is not good.
Well, I'm lucky because I traded for him.
Very inconsistent. I'm sorry if you get through hell for 7 weeks. That's gotta be torture for whoever. Like, you own Josh Jacobs, Schalk?
Yeah, I traded for him.
You traded for him?
Oh, dude, I got Bijan too.
And how's hell?
Pretty hot.
How many wins?
3-game winning streak. 5-2.
Exactly. He's not going one streak or anything.
Yeah.
That's Raheem the Dream and the A-Team.
Raheem Mostert.
But, no. Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Sit him. I had him like 2 years ago. And when I had him, I remember I was at Budokan eating dumplings with my fantasy team on my birthday.
What are good dumplings?
2 years ago. And they're good dumplings, yeah.
Yeah, great.
We didn't go there this year, yeah. My birthday was yesterday, too.
Yeah, dude.
But
that Ben and Jerry's cake looked real.
it was really good.
Dude,
Cookie Monster cake. People called
Cookie Monster cake.
It was Cookie Monster, that's what they called it. Same colors.
I might just order one of
anyway,
those, eat it. I might eat one of those by myself. You know, I'm bulking for Mr. Olympia.
But anyway, Josh Jacobs that week, he got hurt, and I was crying. And then he came back and put up 30 points, and I was like,
No, big money move.
And then guess what we did next week? Put up 2 points.
Classic.
And that's why he's inconsistent. Do not start him. Schalk, what do you have to say about that?
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Josh Jacobs, my dad absolutely hates him in terms of fantasy stuff. He just despises him because Jacobs was inconsistent for him 1 year. And, you know, talking about inconsistency, up and away, super fraud, ain't he? You got Calvin Ridway. This man, he's horrendous, to tell you the truth. And I just can't stop thinking about it. I mean, Calvin, I drafted you in the 3rd round. And I thought, oh boy, what a steal. And all you have done is let me down. I'm like a father. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Just tired of hearing about it.
Analogies are amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
I'm keeping it colorful, you know? Now,
honestly, like, Calvin Ridley, you're right. You put him as your reaction, and he was a reaction, so...
Yeah. You know, you've got a wide receiver that disappointed you, too. He's your set. Why don't you talk about that guy?
My set. I came up with this on the spot.
Oh.
And Jerry Judy.
Don't even start me.
He's on like the verge of being traded. People say he might go to the Packers. People say he might go to the Dolphins. I don't know what team he's going to go to, but we're going to find out.
There's one team who's already crossed the verge of making that his team fraud watch, because that man has done nothing. You know, honestly, Cortland Sutton has been by far the superior wide receiver on the Broncos. I'm really liking Sutton. He's been cooking up some good stuff. It's just not very impressive work from Judy on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Speaking of very disappointing players, we have Brian Robinson. He just could not do anything against the Giants, and they have a very disappointing defense. And now he's going up against the Eagles' run defense. I mean, you cannot run on the Philadelphia Eagles. They are an amazing run defense unit, and there's nothing Brian Robinson can do to get around them. I think he's an absolute 100% sit. Don't let him touch the line. Don't let him sniff it.
I mean, he might be Bijan's brother.
Oh, long lost
They got the team list name. Their
Both
initials
start
are
with
BJ, and he's a junior, but his first name is Brian, not Bijan.
Yeah, close enough.
Actually, Brian. And
Brian.
And Bijan Mustard.
No, I think it's Dijon.
They go together for a reason, because they're two really good running backs, but anyway, you can say I'm not here.
Maybe Bijan has the future of being the third string running back behind Brian, because, I mean, Brian's obviously the superior talent. Now, let's move on to our best player at each position. Now, there's something I'm very passionate about, and I'd like to discuss it. Joshua Allen. I may have traded him away, and I'm sorry to him for that betrayal, because he was the main guy on my fantasy team that actually got me consistent points. However, just because I traded him away doesn't mean I can deny his talent.
Can I tell you something now? If you want to address the player's full name, where if you want to say Dak Prescott, you say Rain Dakota Prescott. You gotta say Joshua Patrick.
Oh, Joshua Patrick. What do Irish get mixed in?
JP Allen. That's a cool nickname to say, but
Yeah, JP Allen. Could have gone pretty
like a
hard.
construction worker.
If he was a soccer player, he'd probably get called JP Allen. Okay, but he's the number one fantasy quarterback for a reason, and he's going to prove that on Sunday. The Bucs passing defense,
Oh man.
not all there. But
But the run defense is good though.
They got a solid run defense, but Josh Allen, he's got them legs. He's, 6'6", 250, pure muscle. He'll hurdle him. He's got that. I'm predicting at least 2 touchdowns, 250 yards from Allen. He's going to have a good week. He'll bounce back from that very disappointing Patriots loss, which I love to watch personally. Cam, who's your quarterback for the week?
Or Justin Herbert. I saw the ESPN stuff and all, and yes, his name is now Thor.
Yeah, I nearly got named that. Did you know it was between Dominic and Thor, and also Ramondre?
I mean, it's gotta be one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. But Justin Herbert, I mean, he's rushing a very tough year. I'm just kidding. He's like every year. I said that actually wrong. Okay.
Every year is tough for
What am I
Chicago.
saying? I'm gonna say he's versus the Bears, who are having a tough year. There we go. They're projected to finish first or second in the league. Or no, in their
Division.
I can't talk right now.
Go on, Cap. Okay.
In their division, I'll lock in their division, and they fell below the expectations, and that's why Justin Herbert is going to destroy this Bears defense that is not good at all. And just go with the running backs, but Schalk, do you want to say something real quick?
Yeah, I mean, Herbert, we witnessed it even against Kansas City. I mean, Herbert is a very, very solid quarterback, especially when it comes to putting up stats. Sure, he might not win games because he's cursed by being on the Chargers. He's the new Phillip Rivers, who was the new Dan Fouts. But I think Herbert, he is honestly a must-start at QB every week. I mean, he's just got a rocket arm. He can sling the rock with ease, and I'm always very impressed by what he does. Now, moving on to running backs. Oh boy, do I have another guy I'm passionate about. We are going to have a huge, a massive, a gargantuan Isaiah Pacheco game coming up. This Denver run defense, it's porous. It's got holes like Swiss cheese. They can't
Good
stop.
analogy. Keep that counter going.
Oh, yeah. They can't stop the hardest runner in American football. The other side of the Mississippi. I mean, he's insane. Pacheco is going to run real smash mouth type of football. I mean, the only concern is the Chiefs might get ahead too early on Pacheco touchdowns, so he might not get the ball as much. And I mean, you'll still have the Pacheco touchdowns. Don't worry. How do you feel about that, Camp?
I mean, yeah, Pacheco is one of those running backs. So, I mean, on the offense that he's on, the Chiefs, to be honest, are really self-centered around the passing game. But to be honest, like, the run game, that could be a new talent for them.
Yeah.
Like, a new world to explore, to be honest. And you have someone else to say, Schalk?
Yeah, I mean, they had Damian Williams as their running back, as their running back one for a while, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But Pacheco.
As they say.
I'm tired of these French pronunciations.
No, it was the jersey, Hilaire. The H fell off, I think, or something.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't remember that a while ago. His jersey was misspelled.
Yeah, I got dropped on my head like a couple weeks ago, so I just kind of forgot everything before that. Pretty wild.
That doesn't...
That's how it works, yeah.
Okay, running back for me. After that... Okay, anyway, Dameon Pierce is going to have a lot of action this week.
We are predicting Dameon
He's
Pierce
versing-
now. How far this show has fallen. Oh
versus
my
the
gosh.
Panthers.
I know. Panthers, they...
You suck.
I know the Panthers are the Panthers. They're the worst team in football.
And 7.
It's Dameon
Team.
Pierce, though. He can't get anything going. He's not the same player he was last year. And last year, he was a borderline running back, too. I just cannot
Behind,
trust...
who's it behind? Damien Harris, or?
What'd you say?
Behind Damien Harris, right? Or Singletary it was.
I mean...
Or no, that's this year.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm saying RB2 in fantasy. Singletary, he splits a bit of carries with Devin Singletary, former Bills legend, and I can't trust Dameon Pierce unless you're in like a 12-man and you're putting him in your flex. I just don't rock with it, Campanaro.
Alright, well, maybe we'll like who my wide receiver is.
Oh, yeah, I better.
He gets all the catches because Kirk Cousins throws it to the defense.
Kirk go Chains! Let's hear it.
Jordan Addison.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't gonna say KJ Osborne if you thought that.
No,
Although
no.
he's my boy, and I got hit by that in the Eagles discussion group.
Oh, Eagles discussion group. That's what football discussion goes to die.
Sorry, Mr. O'Connor, but
Come on.
Jordan Addison is he's taking the place of Justin Jefferson right now, and when Justin Jefferson comes back, he'll be dominant. But Jordan Addison, he's getting all the attention. I could see Justin Jefferson being traded because he's not playing, being healthy, and also he's not getting the attention, which is what he probably wants. Wants his major contract.
Jordan Addison, with Justin Jefferson out, the Vikings, they just swing the rock so well. Kirk is a real gunslinger, and Addison will take over that big target vacuum role that Jefferson has. Obviously, he's a bit short of the talent of Jefferson, but he's certainly 90% of the way there. He could be a wide receiver one on a couple of teams.
Give him some time, and he'll be incredible. But who do you have for wide receiver?
And now, speaking of a real wide receiver one, the wide receiver wide receiver one in fantasy,
my boy, Tyreek
Hill.
Hill, who I beat you in fantasy with.
Oh, keep yapping.
Yeah, time for the haircut. There goes the
Nope, dude.
little thing you have there.
My glorious curls will never get cut off. That's why I swung the greatest trade of all time. But anyways, Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. And I love my Patriots. Love them. Typically they have a good defense, but you can't stop Tyreek Hill. He's on pace to set the receiving yards record, which is absolutely insane.
Oh, he is.
And
he's gonna get 1,000 receiving yards at this game. I will admit.
There you go. He's gonna put up 125 and a touchdown as normal. You know, Camp? In the interest of making sure we don't fall short of our usual run time, I actually have another wide receiver I'm very interested in. And it hooks back to your Justin Herbert prediction.
Keenan Allen?
Oh, yeah! Keenan Allen.
Oh, okay. I didn't see this one. This one's on.
My favorite bald person, aside from Caillou,
You.
Keenan is
Okay.
just gonna carve up that Bears defense. They don't do well against receivers like Allen, and I think he's really gonna show out. How do you feel, Camp?
That is a really good pick, to be honest. Keenan Allen, one of the most underrated receivers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not underrated, but maybe he won't get the attention he deserves. I
Yeah.
respect him. I think he's a really good receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason why I lost to the former fantasy champion in another league a few weeks ago, like week 4, I think, when they versus the Vikings. Anyway, I got some history with Keenan Allen too, which isn't really that fun, and I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, you want to move on to tight ends right now? Why don't
Well,
you
and
indulge us? Tell us who you got.
Cardinals are gonna have a field day, hopefully, by giving up 150 yards to Mark Andrews.
Oh.
He needs to have a game this week, and he's got to make his point sooner than later. Why not? Can't be this week. The Ravens came off of a huge win against the Lions. Why can't they destroy this Cardinals team? It's led by that guy from Practical Jokers. Like, this game
Yeah.
should be it should be Mark Andrews like legendary game.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if they put Joe Gatto or Murr out there, they would be an improvement over some of these Cardinals D-backs. I mean,
Throw another pick to the Ravens defense.
yeah. Oh, gosh.
What about your tight end?
Oh. Joe, for your punishment, you have to stand behind the Giants' offensive line in this pocket for 5 seconds. Oh.
What about the Cardinals?
Oh, no, I know. I just thought of horrible once and I fought Giants.
He probably just said, all right, let's tank for Caleb Williams.
Tank for Caleb Williams.
And right now it might
Just
not
so
happen because another team might get him, the Panthers, so it might get 2 of them. But
They could probably trade Bryce Young for a pretty haul if they want to go for Caleb. But honestly, I like Bryce Young as a prospect more than Caleb.
yeah,
Caleb, he's not winning them big games. But anyways, back to fantasy football, not college football. Darren Waller is about to go nuclear against this awful Jets defense. Guess who's
Nuclear.
given up the most fantasy points to
Boom.
tight ends? Jets defense.
Oh.
The Jets, they may have a good defense overall, but against tight ends, they're embarrassing. Waller is coming off his best week of the year. He's finally showing off his Raiders-esque skill, and I think it's going to be a very good week for him. You agree?
Darren Waller, yeah, he is. He was the biggest pickup for the Giants this year, and I don't really know what else to say about him. Oh wait, I just got this thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's dealing with a hamstring injury too,
Yeah.
and he's questionable because he didn't practice fully.
Well, no one cares about questionable. That means they're playing. Mark
I don't think
Andrews
that, but
is going to get wiped. But he go Darren
solid.
Waller.
No, I'll give respect. Waller's a solid tight end.
Yeah, he's got that
He's
wingspan.
consistent, and he played for the Raiders. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. Now, let's move on to some defense, some
Yeah.
special teams. You know, there's someone I'd really like to talk about
I
here.
mean, honestly, before I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No, you're good.
this week is like, if you look at all these games, they could be like defensive, like the defense for each of these games is going to be pretty even.
Could
For
be a
all,
real defensive
it's really
showdown.
good. So we got like Bills and Bucks this week, 2 solid defenses. Jets Giants, 2 decent defenses. I mean, you got Rams Cowboys, 2 solid defenses. Browns Seahawks, 2 solid defenses. It's the week of a defense, to be honest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now, here's the defense. They showed up big time early on in the season. The Saints defense. They had multiple 20-point games, and tell the truth, I think they could get their third. They're playing against the Gardner Minshew-led Colts, and the Colts, their offense is nothing special, and it's manned by a backup QB. I simply don't see it. I don't see them managing to do much against the Saints defense, and I think they'll get a couple turnovers off of Minshew's lack of arm talent. Maybe he'll underthrow a deep ball. You know, wide variety of things could happen. Camp, what defense do you have performing well this week?
One of the better defenses in the NFL too, and they're gonna go up against really going up against the Jaguars.
Oh,
Steelers time. Time for TJ Watt's led Steelers to have themselves a day. I mean, I didn't really write a lot for to talk about Steelers, except write Steelers, and that's it. But Steelers are one of the most underrated defense in the league, and also they're trying to continue the streak of Tomlin's.
Tomlin after having a losing record.
He's never lost. He's never had a losing record.
Stuck in 8-8 purgatory. But I really like
8-1.
Oh, 8-1.
Never did that before, but
I gotta remember the 17th game. How else will the NFL make an
I
extra
don't know if
billion?
that ever happened, but
I
love to see that happen. Maybe in Madden, like the game you play.
Yeah. Love some Madden. But I mean, I feel like the Steelers defense could have a very good week. I mean, the Jaguars offense, they're trying to give me a stroke, I think, and hopefully they won't continue. Hopefully they will continue
You
that.
can't watch a game with them, and it's just like, oh my god, you got Calvin Ridley, but he stinks.
I walk in the room.
You got Trevor Lawrence, who I thought was going to be the best player this year. Don't get me wrong, but
I had him as an MVP long shot.
I thought he'd be MVP this year. I thought he was going to be really good. I was telling all my fan members, you got to pick up Trevor Lawrence. He's like, probably not. And guess what? They were right.
Yeah.
I mean, if I win the championship, I'm going to rub him in the face, but...
Yeah, Mamba mentality and all that. But, I mean, I just walk into a room where the Jaguars offense is playing, and my blood pressure just spikes. I mean, it's insane. They just... I can't tolerate it. I mean, the only person on that offense I would start is ETN and Lawrence, too. I mean, Lawrence still gets the yardage. It's just he distributes it so evenly between his wide receivers like Ridley. I mean, Kirk's actually pulling it around. I mean, Christian Kirk, I thought he was real overpaid, but he's actually brought it back around. He played solid last year, and he's continuing it this year, even with wide receiver 1 talent and Calvin Ridley coming in. I mean, how are you feeling about Christian Kirk as a flex option or even a wide receiver 2?
So, I mean, I used to love Kirk was in the Cardinals, too. The Cardinals really use him decently, because the Cardinals, besides Dr. Hopkins, there's really no one else. But, yeah, I like Christian Kirk a lot. I think he's one of the better receivers in that division. I mean, who else do you really have besides Nico Collins? That's about it. Yeah, Christian Kirk, we'll say. Should we move on to my favorite part of this
Most
podcast?
important part of the game, too.
Oh, yeah, everyone wants to know who the best kickers will be this week. And I'll let you start off first, because you got, in my opinion, the better of the 2 kickers we have here, because you stole mine.
I'm going to have to go with Justin Tucker. I mean, that Ravens offense, they're going to put up some points. We saw that against the Lions, putting up 38 on a solid defensive unit. And I think they'll continue. They're going to keep pouring in the buckets. They're going to keep putting stats on the scoreboard. There's going to be a lot of tally marks left on that scorecard, you know. And Tucker, he's going to be kicking the extra points. He'll get some long ones when the Ravens can't get in down and through the red zone. And how do you feel about that? You think the Ravens are going to have a solid offensive performance?
I think the Ravens will have a decent game. I think this game, I mean, they should defeat the Cardinals, but if it was close, I wouldn't be surprised, because Cardinals have pulled up some upsets. The Cowboys, remember that game?
Ooh.
As an Eagles fan, that was an honor to see. But, and then an Arizona team beat us in the NLCS 2 days ago, before my birthday, and now I'm upset.
Now, let's hear about your kicker, Cam. This guy, he's had some good games so far this year.
I mean, this is my dad's favorite place kicker, which is kind of weird to say, because I feel like he always picks them up for some reason, or he always just to get them. Matt Gay of the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to, I don't know why, I feel like this game's really scoring. And it's just the Saints and the Colts, they just came off of a huge, 30, at one point lost, in the 30, high 30s and 40s, but this game should be low scoring ideally and up in the defense and the place kickers, of course. But
yeah, I feel like this will be a defensive type game, and I think it's really going to lock up this Colts offense. And I think Matt Gale, will get to nail a couple 40, 50-yarders. And I mean, unfortunately, I dropped him the week he put up 20-something, but I think he could do it again. He's going to be knocking down some large field goals. Colts probably going to get one touchdown. I'll get the extra point on that. But overall, I think he has a solid shot at a good game. I mean,
I agree.
Campanaro, do we have any other talking points for the day? Or should we let our audience go?
Hopefully, let you know next week. I will be 8-0.
Oh, yeah. I just hope...
That's my birthday gift.
Mm-hmm.
That I go 8-0, I guess.
I'm just hoping that I manage to make the playoffs. Because it's top 6 makes the playoffs in a 10-man ESPN league,
Yeah,
right?
whoever wins the championship, he gets to do the chopping.
Gets to be a little barber.
And that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Oh, anyway.
I mean, besides that, what else do I want to say?
I got
Go
it.
Birds, because I can't root for the
The
Phillies now.
The Phillies,
and that,
that's disappointing.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Everything fell apart that game. I went to game 6. That was embarrassing to say the least. 5-1, I can't. After that, they lost that game, I'm like, yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yeah. I mean, go Birds, and thank you for watching. Me and Campanaro, we were very appreciative, and next time, the illustrious Andrew Brousseau will be back.
Hopefully.
So, adios, and have a great day, ladies.